Hi there. Welcome to City Skylines for Beginners. This is tutorial number 15, and this is going to be a relatively fast one. This is going to be a relatively fast one because it's just going to show you how to be certain that you have all of your roads connected. You'll notice here that we have little T's showing up. If we put it on night shift, you can really see them. There's a T here and a T here and a T here and a T down here. That means that some of the roads are not connected, and they have to be connected somehow. So I'm going to show you some ways to connect your roads and make certain that everything is finished off. This is just finishing off our game. We get done with this and we're just about ready to start playing the game. Actually go in and create a city. So if you have any little T's left in your game, go down close to them and decide what you want to do with them. One thing you can do is extend them out however far you might want them to go. Just like so. Oops. Again, I got that big circle there that I don't want. You can do what we showed you in the last tutorial, or you can just fake it and do what I'm doing here. There. Okay, so that T is now gone, and that's one way to do it. And another way to do it, if you don't really need to run it out anywhere, you can just close it off like so. Okay, I'll get down here closer so you can see what I'm doing there. You just start where you want to go out and go over, just literally go over to where you want to come back in, and then click, and it'll make a nice round little connection there, and that'll get rid of that one. Okay. Or maybe you want to reconnect with some other portion of the freeway, which we could do here. This is the one going out. And you can literally come out here and put it in. Doesn't have to go at the end. You can bring one out from here. I think we're making a bridge here. Doesn't want to. It has to be a white line or it won't take it. And then reconnect. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. I'm going to take that. I don't want that, so I'm going to take it out later and connect these two, but I just wanted to show you what the differences were. When you have something as clean looking as this, of course, you can just connect them. This was just one where I didn't remember to do the job. Okay. And that one's finished. And everything else is done, except you only get those little T's on the inside of your city borders. Okay? Your city borders are here, but as you can see, we have 3 in the tutorial here that are still not connected. The 3 on the end here, they're not connected. They're not showing T's. That's because they're not inside the city border, but they are going to create problems, so you have to decide what to do with them. 2 of them I'm just going to cap off. I'm just going to cap these 2 off the way we did the other ones. Like that. That's all I'm going to do with that one. Okay, but this one I think I want another exit and entrance to the city, which I can run right through this little hole here that I made. See, I had a little indent there. I might as well make use of it, right? So, putting on my curved road because I just love that. I'm connecting here and going out, connecting here and going over, connecting here and going in, connecting here and going over and out. Then I start over a little bit further out from the previous one and left click and come in and curving, 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 curving. Every time you, in a curve, there are two left mouse taps. There's one where you want the curve to start curving, and there's one where you really want it to end the road. You'll notice how the road follows that, okay? We're going to curve here and go, oh, that's not going to work. That was too far. Going to curve here and go there. There we go. Okay, so we're connected. And I believe that is all we have to do with our map. Let's see if we did we not get the whole road here? What happened down here? Oh, okay, we're good. We have all of our roads in, we have our fertile areas in, we have our buffers in for the industrial area. As far as I can see, we have, oh no, you know what we don't have? We don't have our forestry areas. Now you can do a map without them and have no trees anywhere, but I like to put trees in at least in the area where I'm going to have my forestry industry. So we've decided that we're going to use that we're going to use all 5 of these squares down here, these 2 here, these 3 here, and these 2 here. So those are the only places that I can produce forestry. I think I'm going to do the forestry right here between where people are living and the industrial area. That way, if pollution does seep out into this area, even though we have a buffer, see our little buffer here? Even though we have this buffer, if the pollution from the industrial area does come out, it'll be coming into an area where it's just going to kill trees, not people. Okay, so I can even have 2 forestry areas if I wanted to, but we'll just put one here. By doing that, in order to do that, we put in the trees, and it doesn't matter what kind of trees we're using. We can use oak trees. You've got a lot of different types of trees here. I think I'm going to use the oaks, and you can decide that you want, I try to keep my brush size relatively decent right here. Now this is going to pack them in solid, and I'll show you the different kinds of brushes. That packs them in solid, okay? This one makes them kind of a few in the center and less around the edges. This one down here, third one from the left, kind of makes a swatch, and I'll show you what that's good for later. This one makes another kind of swatch. This one makes a little bit looser. This one, yeah, a lot of different kinds of ways you can put your trees in. Now we're going to use this one right here. Okay, that one. Later on, I'm going to show you what to do with the hillsides, our eye candy hillsides. We're going to throw some swatches of that up there. But for right now, we're just going to use the solid one because we want to pack it in good and solid here in this area, because this is where we're going to be doing our, there we go. Now, if you look up here at the top, you can't see it in my tutorial because I brought it down too far, but I wonder if I can get it up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, getting it up just a little. Okay, you can see by the bird, it says I have 18,405 trees of 250 trees used. So I've used a little over 18,000 of 250,000 that I have available. So You want to watch that and make sure that the more you put in here, I think the better your forestry area is, so you will want to do that. Okay, now taking a look at our hillsides, they look a little bit bare. I mean, they're pretty, but they don't have much on them. So what if we took this swatch piece here, and we went over to this hillside, and we ran a swatch of trees down it, kind of just sliding them down like so. Now, how would that look from a distance? Okay. That look nice? Okay, so we're going to run a couple of swatches. You don't want to fill it. You just want to put them in a couple of places here so that there. Just in the eye candy area. There. And it's good not to run those where you've got your slopes, because you still want to be able to see your slopes. You know, these little pieces here where you've made soft slopes, you still want to be able to see those. But it's great to run this down in areas where you don't have the slopes, like up here on this. There you go. And maybe a pop or two out here on the islands. Let's see, how did that look? See, now that kind of gives it a little bit of variety out there. And this one we can bring across here. Now we're bringing that down into the city, I think, but that's okay, because that might get disturbed later, but there. It just sort of gives your map a little bit more interest. There. Okay. And I think I'm going to just, although there are going to be cities here and houses, I'm going to just pop a few in up here on the plateau in the hopes that maybe some of them might stay. You know? Oops, I didn't want to do that there, did I? If you right-click, you can take them out. And the reason I'm doing that right there is because I popped into the area where I have my little signal, my markers for the hydro power plant. We don't want to put anything in there. Got to keep those looking nice. Okay, and another place to put your just to cut out the noise from a freeway. I'm just going to show you how to do it in one little spot because I'm already at 15 minutes here. Let's say we want to cut out the noise from this freeway right here. We go down, we make certain we're on the solid. We take our brush size down so that it's just no wider than the freeway. Okay, and then we pop the trees in here. Okay, and you can pop in 2 or 3 different kinds of trees. I have this large one. Now I'll go to the small one, pop some of those in. And the idea here is, and some bushes. Well, this doesn't want to work, does it? Let's get it down smaller. Get our brush size down to single trees. Okay, and you can put single trees in and bushes. You can even put them in on top of each other like this. You've run down a freeway where there's a lot of trees between one side of the freeway and the other, and they do that to knock out the noise. Well, you can do it on your freeway too. And you can do it along all your freeways, but I'm just showing you how to do it in this one. You can even do it in here where you have your turnabouts. These turnabouts cause a lot of noise, pollution, which causes people to go to the hospital, believe it or not. So you can pop them in here, and it never hurts to have a few bushes and trees cutting out some of that noise and some of that racket. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. I'm already at 17 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed, finishing off your freeways and making exits out of the map with your freeways, and making some of the trees make your what is going to be your forestry area more productive, and your eye candy nicer to look at. Okay, see you in tutorial number 16. Bye.